Hey friends, I'm Fernie, aka Friend the Human,
And I'm Slappa.
and this is Vibes N Delites. Um, I am very stoned right now. We yesterday we had the grand opening of White Perp, which by the way, please use the code if you want to use our discount code 15% off of orders of 20 or more. And we ship all over the country, I believe. And if you have questions about it, please go into our Discord channel, join
Join
the
the
Discord,
Discord.
so that you can like ask as many questions as you want, because we have a representative that's in there who's a close friend of ours, in there ready to go, and also we're in there always watching. So I hope y'all are doing good. It's a rainy weekend. It's kind of cool and chilly. What's the weather like where y'all are at? Because I've been seeing like varied, like cold, kind of cold, to like, oh my God, I'm gonna die out here. Like, what's it like out there? What's the weather been like for us, baby?
Foggy, misty, gray,
Yeah, it actually feels
gross
kind of
and wet and
Christmassy.
cold.
Yeah, it
It's
feels
more
like,
fall to me.
yeah, well, it feels like where Halloween used to be.
Right.
Like, it used to be like wet and like kind of chilly, but like it seemed like, I don't even remember. Well, no, no, no. It was like a clear, chilly night. It wasn't even chilly. It was pretty warm,
Yeah.
mostly like, I don't know. It was like, it's really strange, but my leg hurts. So I know the weather is wonky. I also visited the doctor because I decided to take charge of my mental health. And oh, really quick, you guys, I have green and white hair. It's kind of festive. It's kind of grinchy, giving Tanjiro, you know what I'm saying, from Demon Slayer. But like, I didn't think about how this would be on the green screen. So a bitch is gonna be kind of sparkly for a couple weeks. Like, so yeah. Anyway, but I decided, I don't know, it was like I was excited for the holiday season, and then like all of a sudden I just like hit a brick wall, and I just like, I feel like the election kind of like took a toll, and I was just like, like feeling helpless and kind of afraid, and like so I decided to like, take a moment, and I like called like FMLA on my job, you know what I'm saying, and like decided to just like take charge and use the resources I had, and then I didn't fall back into the bottle. Like, I didn't want to, like, oh my gosh, it's calling my name, especially because it's like cold outside, and whenever you have alcohol in you, it like warms you up, and like I just don't want to. I just can't. I just don't want to. And I'm like trying really hard, and like I'm really proud of myself, but oh my gosh, it was like a wonderful experience. They gave me a diagnosis of ADD, but like I thought that was like super outdated, and I'm not sure why. I don't know. It's like weird, but some people were saying that maybe it's like not manifesting in me as it would in others. And some people were saying like take the medicine, which they prescribed to me, because it might clear up some of the issues that you're having, like your bipolar or your anxiety. It might clear that up, which would make you actually more ADHD instead. You know what I'm saying? Like, maybe it'll clear up some, which will reveal more. You know what I'm saying? And like, so I'm really excited to see what's going to happen. And I don't know, I do feel like I don't feel like it's the end of the world anymore. I feel like I think that's more like relief that like I'm getting the help I need, you know what I mean? But also like, what if it is already starting to help even the tiniest bit? What do you think, baby? Have you seen anything in the last several days?
Um, I feel like you're able to more rationally grab a hold of your emotions when you like feel yourself starting to get depressed or really anxious. You're like, it's all right. I'm gonna be okay, and like you still feel it, but you're able to keep going through your day.
I'm trying anyway. But then like we went to the pharmacy to pick up said prescriptions,
Oh my
and
gosh.
like we were like in the drive by, not the drive by like pew pew, like what the fuck. No, like we like did the drive up because we waited. We went we were trying to wait until we needed to go get the kids, kind of like kill two birds with one stone kind of situation. And so we just went into the drive-through line, and first the lady was like pretending like she couldn't hear what I was saying. Like, I was speaking clearly. I'm not a mean person, guys. Like, I am how I am right now, you know what I'm saying, at all times. Chipper mostly, you know what I'm saying, polite, I mean it. But like she just was like pretending like she couldn't hear me, and she was just like super duper rude, and I don't understand why. Then she like um called the manager, and then like the manager then took my card and my ID, and then he wouldn't give it back because, and he kept saying like, do you have a valid insurance card, like do you have anything, any other proof that you have insurance or that you work here, you know what I'm saying, like it was just really insane. And so I was like, I really need to go. Like, I don't know what's going on. Like, but it's been like 20 minutes at this point of y'all like yanking my chain at this point, and making me feel like I'm an idiot when all I did was just give you my insurance card and my ID. And like, I just don't know. Like, I don't not look like my ID. Like, it was just the strangest thing. And they acted like they didn't want to give me my shit back. I had to ask for it twice. And then we got a call from the school, and our son at that exact moment had like a moment, and we had to go talk to him at the school. So we're having a moment at the pharmacy. The school is calling us and telling us that we need to come get our child, and this guy won't give me my ID back, and I'm just like, what is going on? Like, the earth is like ceasing to spin right now. Like, I just need everything. It was bad. And so he finally gives me my ID back. Slap drops me off at home because I will burn that school to the ground. Okay, like, I don't get along with those people at all. And then like he comes home with the kids, and we call the insurance, my insurance, and they were really helpful, like super duper helpful. And they like validated me in every sense of the word. Like, they made sure that everything was okay, that I had the right things, and like they said that they would just get in touch with the doctor. They were going to work with the doctor in the doctor's office. I called them because it was still pretty early in the day. I called them and I was like, hey, I just wanted to let you know, like, I just had this really crazy situation, but they're going to be faxing some stuff over to you so that you can fill it out so I can go pick up the stuff. And they were like, oh, okay, we do need to send like a prior authority or something. They need to confirm with the insurance, but the others, they should have been able to let you have it, right? And so she was like, don't worry about it, I'll call the pharmacy myself, and I'll just see what I can do for you. She called me back like 15-20 minutes later, and she was like, I would deeply encourage you to not ever go up there if you don't have to. Like, she was saying that they were incredibly unprofessional and downright rude, and just like every sense of the word. And they were saying some really hostile things about me. And she was like, I don't think you're safe. And in fact, if you have to use this pharmacy, please send your partner because he's white. And I was like, wow, well, thanks for validating what I've been feeling. And she was like, yeah. And then, like, a couple hours later, she calls back and she was like, please, okay, I know I keep calling you, but can I please move your prescription over to this other pharmacy? We've already sent them everything they need. All you need to do is just pick it up and all this other stuff. And then she was like practically begging us to move it over, and I was like, you don't have to beg, I mean, I'd be happy to. And then like it was just like the wildest situation. And like I said, if somebody asked in Discord, that I would say that where the pharmacy was. It's just like, I just don't want to incite violence, you know what I'm saying? And like, I don't have a big enough following to do that anyway, but like anything could happen. And so I just don't want to affect the people who might not have issues like I did. I don't want to affect the people, like the older people who might not have a choice, you know what I'm saying? But at the same time, that's a part of town I don't really like being in because they have a lot of orange signage over there.
You
So
know.
we kind of try to avoid that area at all costs. But anyway, but yeah, so I'm really it's been a really roller coaster of a ride. Like I feel like even though I feel like I'm upsetting people at my job because of my absences, because I've been trying to take care of business. But at the same time, I'd rather get this all figured out. So if I get in trouble, then I know what's going on and I can focus on getting that straight so I can fly right at my job. And that's like what I feel like now. I don't feel like I'm just going to lose my job and my livelihood because I am carrying my shoulders, you know what I'm saying? So like it doesn't feel like doom anymore, but it's just hard. You know what I mean? And it's getting harder because people are selfish and they don't care about anybody and they voted that way. But anyway, what's going on, baby?
Um, it's a crazy world. It's a crazy world right now. Um, a healthcare CEO got by a hot or maybe not guy. I don't know.
He seems pretty hot. I mean,
He's pretty hilarious
oh yeah, why?
because he left his backpack somewhere, and the cops found it, and they were like expecting weapons or something in it, and it was just a bunch of Monopoly money. It's pretty hilarious.
What?
Yeah,
Monopoly money.
Monopoly money. He planted a backpack with Monopoly money.
Did he pay for his Starbucks with Monopoly money?
Probably not.
He got mad Riz.
I wonder why they can't. Well, they said they know who he is.
No, we don't.
They can't
I
find
ain't
him.
seen or heard nothing.
I heard they know
I
his
ain't
identity.
seen. I don't think so. I think he's gone. I think he's gone. Ain't nobody finna help. Like the dude who thought he was helping didn't help. You know what I'm saying? Like the last thing I heard about it was like there was a witness, alleged witness who said that he got away on a city bike, like specifically that kind of bike. And it wasn't even that kind of bike. And so they were like completely looking in the wrong area, allowing him more time to get further away and dump his Monopoly money somewhere, apparently. Oh my gosh. Monopoly money. That's pretty funny. But I think it's also kind of like it's it kind of reinforces like the feeling that I was having, even though like it feels hopeless a lot. I still feel like we're coming upon something. Like like I feel like we're coming upon something, like we're coming to a head here. People are like upset. People do not care that that dude got God. You know what I mean? Nope. You've got to sparkle.
Yeah, I know.
Oh, people do not care. Like, and like even Ben Shapiro's sisters, brothers, like followers don't want it. Like they're like, shut the fuck up, bro. What are you in bed with like medicine? And then I was like, oh yeah, but he's married to a doctor. But then that same doctor apparently doesn't get wet. So maybe they're in that kind of medicine. They want that kind of medicine. Does she lubricate? I'm not sure.
Ben Shapiro said she's never gotten wet, and that's
She's
how it
never
should
lubricated.
be. Yeah.
They
So
want that kind of medicine to stay. Oh man, and I heard Elon what what's Cybertruck Elon is like using his son as a shield.
Oh, I saw that. That was weird.
That is insanity. Insanity. The way I would sooner leave
You
my
would never
child with
be
the
a CEO
neighbor.
like that.
You right as fuck, cause like I'm just
You would
trying to
never
get
have to worry
comfortable.
about that shit.
Right, like I'm just like a regular degular millennial who just wants to get comfortable. I just want to own a house and just be comfortable, pay my bills comfortably. I don't even want to own the car. I want to pay my car note. I'm like, I just want to be regular. You know what I'm saying? That's it. I want to have fun. I want to do my podcast. I want to make content. I just want to be comfortable. Is that too much to ask for? Apparently it
Apparently,
is.
yes.
I saw like a tweet no. I saw no. I think it was a tweet. I saw a tweet where it was like, y'all are a third world country. They were like, it was some like, fuck, I look like taking advice from y'all because y'all don't even have like health care. People be dying. People are homeless. Like, y'all ain't got no rights. Like, y'all are dumb, bro. What I look like talking to y'all. They, like, I feel like it's true. We're a third world country with cool stuff.
I feel like it's because the like centers of power are not in like a third world country state. They're like, no, we're a first world country. Our rich people have nice things.
Mm.
You know what I'm saying?
The rich get more delicious every day. Like, I was. What if he like leaves? I wish he would have put like a fork and a knife in that
Just
backpack.
no,
You know,
just throw them on the guy.
just like,
Walk away.
damn, iconic,
Right.
iconic. Just like, oh, that's messed up. Oof, I feel bad. But like, honestly, like, because like, who's next? And then did you see that the CEOs like of all the other companies tried taking down the like pages of the CEOs so they
Oh, so
couldn't
no one
find
could
out.
know?
Like,
That's funny.
come on now.
That's
That
cute.
was the first thing somebody did. That's the first thing somebody did.
I'm pretty sure like that has to be public information.
I don't know, but they took it down and they had to put it right back up.
Right.
Like, it's right back up. And it didn't matter anyway because people immediately started sharing the other CEOs. I honestly, low key, am wondering, is that illegal? Is that like a hit list? Like,
It's doxing.
is it doxing?
I don't think doxing
It's
is
not
like
doxing if
illegal in law.
it's
yet.
like public knowledge, you know what
Yeah,
I'm
it's
saying?
public information. So
But like they're telling people these are the people you need to go after. Is that doxing?
yeah,
Or is it just sharing knowledge?
if you like, it's very hard to like prove any criminal intent if you're just sharing a public web page. You know what I mean?
Somebody like X'd out his face. Like,
Okay, that
one down.
people need to maybe be a little more careful
Be a little more discreet.
and be more.
Just neutral.
Yeah, people need to be more neutral with their posts. Like, hey, did you know the CEO of whatever is this guy?
Maybe vague.
Yeah, vague posting.
Yeah.
That's the
when
term.
you be talking about somebody and they know who it is, but if they out themselves, then that's on them. You know what I'm kind of saying?
Right.
Like,
You don't want to let it be known that you want this person to be hurt in any way, but you're just sharing information for the people.
for the people. But I was like kind of wondering about that. I was like, I'm not gonna share nothing. I'm just gonna be quiet. I said, y'all need to take your time because they posted that dude's job immediately. Allegedly, they stepped over his body to get in there, and I tried to find anything to disprove that. You know what I'm saying? But I think that they at least walked real close, at least real close. But like, that is insane. The only thing I've seen is like Pearl Mania, like starting that. You know what I'm saying? But I know you don't really like that guy. Why don't you like that guy?
Because he went to the White House
Oh,
with like mainstream media,
oh,
but he was always like a big anti-mainstream media.
oh,
Yeah.
oh. Okay, get it.
And he kind of didn't really say shit about Palestine.
Oh, damn.
Kind of like under the desk news, that type of vibe.
Oh, dang. But I got a cool hat yesterday. We had a good time at the dispensary. It's been a good ride. It's been a lot of ups and downs and stuff, but all right, let's get to what you came here for. But all of these are Slapper's choice. Like, I haven't read any of these. Like, I've been like kind of trying to get back on track. I haven't been like looking too hard at Reddit lately. But let's go ahead and start with Slappa says an icebreaker called Am I the asshole for flirting with 19-year-old girls and defending myself when being called a predator?
Yeah.
How old is he? I'm
If you gotta ask that
31. Yeah,
question,
you right. You right as a rain,
it's not a
child.
20-year-old.
Yeah. All right. So I'm 31 and recently ended a long term relationship. I was broken. I recently went to this cool restaurant bar downtown with one of my buddies to have a good time. Anyone of any age can come in. While we were there was a girl who was celebrating her 19th birthday. They sang happy birthday and they were allowed an outside cake with a 19 on it. The birthday girl was so pretty. Ew. The girl the birthday girl was so pretty, so I wanted to chat her up. Her friends were super cute too. My buddy told me to leave them alone and that they looked like babies. Right. Like I've seen a 19-year-old lately. They look like they're still going through puberty. Like
Right.
gross. Anyway, he didn't want to go over at first, but since the breakup, every other woman but my ex has been invisible. So he went to wingman with me.
Why did he give in like that?
Uh, we walked over and wished her a happy birthday, and I thought things were going well and the women were laughing. Then all of a sudden, one of the girls snaps at me to take a fucking hint, R. Kelly. And I was taken aback and just said, "Excuse me." And then she said to read the room and that they were uncomfortable. Another asked us to go away, and I was going to go, but I was really bothered by the R. Kelly comment. And you know why? Because hit dogs holla, baby.
Damn.
What the fuck is wrong with you? I said it's fucked up to call me a predator when we're all adults here. Barely. My buddy wanted to leave, but I stood my ground.
What ground?
Okay, so you're asking, are you the asshole? Like you immediately, they asked you to leave and you didn't. So yes, you asshole. Jesus Christ. The birthday woman. Oh, she went from a girl to a woman suddenly in the same post. She said that it didn't matter. It's weird for someone my age to hit on them, especially when they made it obvious that they're uncomfortable. Then made another R. Kelly comment by asking if she looked like Aaliyah, which upset me again. Damn. Y'all don't wake her up. Don't wake her up. I'm tired. I apologize for making them uncomfortable, but that didn't give them the right to call me a predator.
But you had the right to hit on them.
Right. One of the women was like, it's a personal problem. I said that adults were allowed to hit on the adults. It's not a crime. And one woman asked why I was still there and just yelled at me to go away. Thank you. I was pissed off, and when I left, the entire table was singing Remix to Ignition. I hate y'all. But laughing their asses off, I was furious and humiliated. When we sat back down, I was seething. My buddies said that it was my fault for not seeing the signs and that they were uncomfortable. To him, it was obvious, so that's why he wanted to go. But you still let him be
You just
weird.
hung out with him.
And you didn't even like try and shoo him away or like be on their side. What did your buddy even say? That it's not all men, but it's always a man. Okay. Anyway, then he says he called me delusional, and I pointed out that they were laughing, and he said it was just uncomfortable laughter. I told him that I had every right to be mad about being called a predator when they were all 18 and 19. Oh my gosh, it's a horrible accusation to make. My ex was 6 years older than me. Okay? He said that they weren't calling me a predator. It's just weird for going for teens. You're not even a 20. You're a 30 now, bro. It's even bigger. It's an even bigger gap. Like, ew. He said it was wrong of them to sing after me and that it was bullying, but I should have left long before that. I felt like he should have stuck up for me.
What the
I feel like
hell?
your friend is just garbage. Your friend didn't stick up for you. He didn't stick up for them. He didn't stick up for the
He
cow.
was just
Like,
there.
he was
All
just
right.
there, man. He was probably too drunk to say anything. You know, dudes can't hold their liquor. They get all emotional. No, I'm kidding. Was I wrong for sticking up for me or hitting on them in the first place? I was respectful and not creepy. But okay,
But they
impact
were.
versus intent.
You creeped him out. You were creepy. Like
Yes.
you could say I wasn't being creepy. You were being creepy. You're 30. They are having a 19th birthday. You're creepy, bro.
Mm. And then edit for the record, I do date women my age and older. This was the first time I approached a much younger woman.
Make it the
A
last.
much younger women, again, girls, women. Which one is it? All right, guys, I get it. I let my pride get in the way of things. I can't fix it, but I will do better next time. You're the asshole. Oh my gosh.
There's an update.
There's an update to this? Oh my gosh. It's from the girl's perspective. Oh no. Grab the. Give me my drink. Oh my gosh. So we start with I've never had a Reddit account before, but my journalism TA showed us it, and sometimes I'll just check the front page for news. Earlier, I saw a post up there that basically described my birthday dinner like 3 weeks ago. At first, I didn't give a fuck, but now I just feel like I need to clarify a few things. Even though I know most people called him an asshole, some people got aggy about the R. Kelly comment and singing Ignition. Was it mean? Yes, but I'm done being nice to creeps. Good for you. This was not a bar. It was a bar and grill, but it was mainly a restaurant that just happened to serve drinks. Not, sir, this is a Chili's. This is a Chili's. What the fuck? We were sitting near a family, so we weren't in a setting where people go to get hit on. We were minding our business and then we were minding our business and kikiing in the corner booth. And he came and wished me a happy birthday. I said thanks. Oh my gosh, and that makes sense why they came and sang happy birthday to her. Because they are at a fucking Chili's or something. Oh
Yeah.
my gosh. This is an Applebee's. Is it an Applebee's? So, so, oh my gosh. I said thanks, and then we went back to our conversation. I did appreciate being told happy birthday, but he stuck around. We laughed uncomfortably and went back to our conversation. He stuck around and kept interrupting us. Each time he said something, we nodded and just turned our backs on him, and we said thank you bye a few times. But he was still standing there talking to us.
With his friend.
His friend
They were
kept
just two 30-year-old men standing there.
kept trying. Okay, his friend kept finding excuses to leave. I was annoyed, uncomfortable, and disgusted, but I gave him a respectful okay, have a good night, here's some cake for home, goodbye. But he grabbed the cake and sat down in the booth. Wow. He said the night's not over yet. And then my friend just snapped, and if she didn't, I was going to. When she called him R. Kelly, she wasn't accusing of being a pedo, but a creep. A 30-year-old guy who hits on us are creepy and disgust us point blank, period. We were nice the entire time, and I even gave him a million hints and cake for the road. His friend was even finding reasons for them to leave, and then he had the audacity to stand there and fight us on it. I told him that he was way too old for us and it was creepy from the start. When he left, we started singing Ignition amongst ourselves, not singing it after him. It's a throwback that our parents put on. Oh gosh. Instead of crying over our night being ruined by a creep, we turned it into a fun moment with karaoke. And also, what in every accusation is a confession. He said they accused him of being a PDF file, but they said no, you were just being fucking creepy. Like, so do you have Should your records be checked?
Maybe.
Maybe. Accusations. But P.S. When he asked our age and gave us his, we became a million times more uncomfortable. Guy was 30, trying to get with 18-year-olds at a birthday dinner. We're used to old men bothering us, and it's always gross. To the if he was an ugly crowd, he was decent looking, fit guy. If never met him, I'd set him up with my aunt. But he was in his 30s, and that is way too old. This isn't corn, and I haven't met a single girl desperate for a 30-year-old divorced. Okay, being called legal is demeaning. Everything about it was sickening. When we came over, announced his age, then asked us ours, I almost yacked. It was like he was IDing us at a family restaurant. Fuck out of here.
This is a Chili's.
Right. I'm tired of being polite to guys who are creepy and disrespectful. Edit. 30-year-olds aren't being gross by being 30. Everyone gets older. 30-year-olds who bother you to flirt during your birthday dinner are. Edit. I really appreciate the support, but please don't spend your money on cold. Blah, 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 blah. Anyway. All right, cool. Jeez. That was insane. I thought it was like an upscale, but again, like the singing of Happy Birthday was everything. Like that should have been the giveaway. But oh my gosh. This person's like, OMG, I literally thought they were at the club by the way he was describing the situation, but they were literally at a family restaurant and he's scooching himself into the bench saying the night's not over yet to a bunch of teenagers, which is absolutely psychotic. And then this person's like, right, like his virgin had me picturing them in a bar, standing around tables with loud music. The update has me like, sir, this is an Apple. Oh my gosh. Yes, was that not exactly what I said? Oh my gosh. What a monster. Sir, get somebody call the police.
They had to have been drunk. The way he got in the booth and was like, "The night's not over yet." That's insane.
That's crazy. Oh my gosh. I just saw the title of this one and I was like intrigued. So come on, Sapa, and read us a story called.
The guy I'm dating, 36, has a shrine to my 37 ex-husband in his house.
What do you mean a shrine? That was like.
What are you doing in that closet, Helga?
Right, Helga.
Why are you collecting all that gum?
Oh no. Oh man, whenever she would kiss it and then she would come away with it like it was cheese, like
How is the gum still wet?
What was she doing? What do you mean a shrine?
I was married for 7 years to a celebrity. I put it in quotes because while most of you have never heard of him, he's an A-list in the world of metal music. If you're a metalhead, you 100% know who he is. Who is he? Tell me now. You know.
Chester Bennington.
Holy shit, it's Chester Bennington.
I don't know. Is like is he still alive like right now or is
I don't
he
know. What's some divorced metalheads you know of?
Corey Taylor from Slipknot.
Mm-hmm.
Oh no, is that who this is about?
I don't know. I'm just trying to, just name some off and name ones where people might have shrines to them.
Slipknot.
Just that.
Well, I mean, like, because Corey Taylor has, like, a history of marriages and being, like, really angry and not nice and stuff like that. But he's also got this huge, massive following. Like yesterday, we were hanging out with the Wyatt Perk people, and I bonded with one of them because we both loved Slipknot, and he really, like, opened up to me, and I was like, wow, I haven't bonded with somebody over Slipknot in, like, years. You know what I mean? Like, and, like, so I do think it's Corey Taylor, but let's keep going. Let's keep going.
The vibes are hitting, guys.
Yes.
We split amicably because he was always going on tour.
Not fest.
I used to love going with him, but the thrill of it wore off, and I found myself sick of traveling so much. Because of this, we grew apart, but still keep in contact occasionally because despite the fact that our marriage didn't work, he's a really cool, nice person. I don't know if it's
Hmm.
Corey Taylor
Maybe
then.
not then. Hmm.
2 weeks ago, I met a guy through a friend that I immediately hit it off with. We've been on 3 dates so far. The first 2 dates were drinks after work. He showed up in nice khakis and a button down both times. On our latest date, I went to his house to watch a movie. Literally watch a movie. We are taking the physical stuff slow, lol. He has a nice house, so I asked for a tour. After he showed me the upstairs, he said he had to show me his game room. We went down into a fully furnished basement with a pool table, a minibar, and darts. But there was something very weird down there also. Apparently, my new man is really into metal music. Would never have guessed based on how he dresses, lol.
What does that mean?
Because he had khakis and a button shirt.
Man, what metalhead doesn't have a pair of khakis? I know
Right.
they got some.
They had the same pair forever.
What was that brand called? Dickies.
Dickies.
You get a pair of Dickies, man. Get out of here, madam, ma'am. Anyway, he probably has some Vans on, maybe some Converse. Talk about he didn't dress like girl.
And his favorite artist of all time is, you guessed it, my ex-husband. He had framed posters of all my ex's bands, autographed signature guitars. Every record he has ever released were framed on the walls. He even had magazine articles about him and some of his bands framed.
What if it's like Tool?
Mm,
But does Tool go on tour often?
I think so.
What about Five Finger Death Punch? I heard that dude's actually nice,
Maybe that's him.
intriguing. I want to know.
And they have to have multiple bands also.
Oh yeah. What did I say?
And autographed guitars, so do they play the guitar?
What, Five Finger Death Punch?
Yeah, does the singer...
It's like that. Oh yeah, I think so.
Okay. So maybe we got to
don't
match
know.
up. There's a couple that she's giving clues.
Right.
She thinks she's being sneaky. I'm going to figure it out because I'm an obsessed fan.
Yeah.
Every wall in his game room was covered with my ex's face and his signature guitars. So I may have messed up here, but I kept my mouth shut and didn't say anything. He knows I'm divorced, but he definitely doesn't know it's from his idol.
I don't know, man. I don't know. I just feel like that would be a lot of red flags. Can I tell y'all, like, okay, let's get through this story and I'll tell y'all something really dumb.
I want to hear it now.
Well, like, there's this guy that I went out with because, I don't know, I had just read Twilight, okay, and he kind of gave me the same vibes. He even drove a Volvo and everything. But, like, I remember I told him when my birthday was, and the words out of his mouth, because he was like a new kid, was, oh, that's the same birthday as Maynard James Keenan from Tool. And then we started talking, and he only talked about that, the fact that we have the same birthday, so I must be a really cool person. And then he, like, later admitted that that is the reason why he went out with me, is because we had the same birthday, and that was his favorite artist.
Boys are simple, okay? Like, I get it. Don't take it personal.
Oh, to be dumb Fernie. She's come so far.
Oh, God, so far. And
No.
not at all.
Right. Oh, and I hate that the first thing out of my mouth was, like, Chester, because, like, I assumed that he was, like, not on this plane anymore, but all right.
We are seeing each other tonight for our 4th date, and I know I need to tell him, but how? I really like this guy, but I'm afraid if I tell him, he will freak out and run. What should I say? Where should I tell him? I just don't want to damage our relationship because I can really see it becoming long-term. I know I should have told him at his house, but honestly, I was in shock. Anybody know how to approach this? I would have just been like, this is weird. You have a shrine to my ex. Or would you have kept quiet?
Well, I don't know. I feel like, okay, hear me out. So when I was younger, if there was like a band that I liked, I would look up as much information about that band as possible. This dude was he was spending money, okay, on merch. Like
Money.
he was like he either bought the guitars signed or he had them signed, right? Like he was really invested in that band, or your husband. You know what I'm saying? Like I just have a hard time believing that he didn't know.
He fucking knew.
Like he fucking knew. Like, and he wants, like he's a collector. He wants to collect the body of something that he used to sleep with. You know what I'm saying? Like
That's crazy.
he wants to be like tunnel buddies, you know, with him. Or what if even like maybe he thinks that they might run into each other, like an off chance he might get
He
to
might get
meet.
to meet him.
Yeah, that like you
Jesus.
cannot. That's the vibe I'm getting. I'm not gonna lie.
I guess if he dates her long enough, they'll
If
eventually
he's
meet.
such a fan, he knows. Yeah.
Ooh.
Listen, okay.
Well, after getting a huge range of answers, some of which were kind of frightening,
Oh,
I
geez.
decided to give the new guy the benefit of the doubt and go ahead with our dinner date that night, our fourth date. So, I met him at the restaurant and we had some wine first. We were just talking and chatting, and I realized that I had to bring up the ex husband thing. So, while we were both 2 glasses of wine in, I decided to just ask him flat out if he knew that I was previously married to his favorite musician. He laughed nervously and said, "Yes, I knew, but my friend didn't tell me. I figured it out." He told me essentially that he found out through the grapevine, and he decided to start mingling with my friend so he could meet me.
Oh.
Holy shit. He told me that yes, at first it was just because I was married to his idol, but that now he is really developing feelings for me.
Oh,
You were
wow.
right. Ugh.
Also, I mean, I don't know. I have a lot of mixed feelings because, like, if you had a crush on somebody and you were in close enough proximity to them, like, I'd
But
understand.
he doesn't have a crush on her.
Right. Uh, uh, I'm trying to, like, I'm just trying to find any shred of
No, don't
innocence
give
in
any shred
this.
of anything to this man.
I just need it. Is
I don't want to
because
live on this
because it
planet anymore.
right. It's like I'm in my angry dome because I don't want it to be true. Like that's nasty. Because you can't tell me, because people will never tell you the truth. He wants to be tunnel buddies with that dude now. Like, ugh. And he's taking it slow because he definitely wants that, and he doesn't want to scare her off.
Yeah. I thought it was a little odd, but I felt fine with it until I remembered his man cave basement. I asked him if he knew I was married to his favorite musician. Why the hell would he bring me down there to show me all of the memorabilia? His response was too weird for me.
Mm.
He said, "I was trying to see if you would confess." I was like, "Confess to what?"
And why is it confessing?
Right,
Wouldn't it just be like casually, just like, oh, I used to be married to that guy? You know what
right.
I'm saying? Like, is that a confession? Why are you saying confession? Is this a projection?
He said being married to my ex. I told him that I thought it was pretty concerning that he tried to trick me into some weird confession and that I didn't think we would work out. He accepted it and didn't seem upset or anything. Dinner had already been served, so we started eating when he proceeded to bombard me with questions about my ex. When is he releasing new material?
Why
What?
would you even know that?
Right. Why would you even stay at this dinner after breaking up, basically?
Right.
And then also, as soon as he starts asking questions about your ex, I would get my shit and go.
Yeah, I feel like he's trying to shoo her away at this point.
What's his favorite band? What does he do during the day of a show? Is he vegan? What's his mother's maiden name? Okay, so I made up the last one. Blah,
Mm.
blah, blah. Finally, he could sense my discomfort, and we ended the dinner and parted ways. He said he would text me the next day just as friends, which I said was okay. Why would you still interact with this guy?
Right.
Well, his text the next day was trying to get him and his friends VIP passes when my ex comes near us to play.
Why? Yeah.
I did not respond and I blocked his number. Thank you. Because he kept texting again and again, begging me for the hookup. It was desperate and weird.
Okay. And I'm telling you, that's what he was really after.
That's
He just
insane.
wants to he just wants a good story, and he's going to have this. And what if he's like escalating on purpose so that he can have a good story to tell, even if it is scary and creepy?
Yeah, he definitely doesn't give a fuck about her.
And also, what if he's escalating so that she tells him, and what, you gonna get beat up by that dude? And then you'll have another story to tell. People's parasocial relationships are scary.
Anyway, I called my ex to warn him about this dude, even though he seems harmless. He doesn't know where I live, and I didn't get any psycho vibes. Except for the psycho shit he was doing? What the fuck?
Right.
I think he just wanted me as a trophy, as some user put in my last post. Ew, thanks, Reddit. I feel like it was more than that, because he was definitely immediately ready to use you
Yeah.
to get closer to your ex. I feel
Yeah.
like you were right. He was trying it to get a chance to meet his idols.
Like I said, like I was like trying to find innocence, but maybe I picked up on that for a different reason.
Right.
Like he used his proximity to get to her, right, in the first place, and now he's got an even greater proximity to him.
Right.
So he's just like a proximity like vampire, I guess. That's crazy.
It turns out the guy. Oh, it's too long. Didn't read. Whatever.
And then too long didn't read the story. Anyway,
Right. So it's saying, well, I sought you out because of your ex, but now I'm catching feelings was not a deal breaker. Like she was only like, wait, I shouldn't be with this guy after she remembered how he like showed off his shrine knowing who she was. That was like so weird to me too. People, I don't know. People just be giving people too many chances. I can leave at a moment's notice.
you really can though. Slappa is not afraid to cut and run at all. But oh man, wow. I don't know what to make of that. Like it's disturbing if I'm being honest with you. It's not all men, but it's always a
It's
man.
always a man.
Like that was some scary shit because oh man.
I couldn't even imagine like knowing that I could meet someone I want to meet, like a famous person, by doing all that and then being like, yeah, I'm going to do all that. That seems like so much more work than just like getting a VIP pass at a concert. You know what I
Yeah.
mean?
Yeah.
Like, it's weird. What was it all for, bro?
Right. Like, I don't know. It's like there are people, like, we have people who are in proximity of famous people.
Right.
Like, we know people who know George R. R. Martin personally. You know, like, we know people whose parents wrote episodes of Batman. You know what I'm saying? Like, we are around people. And some people say that they know me and think it's like something special. Like, and I think that's like cute because I'm nobody, right? But I'm just saying, like, people are really weird about their proximity. And like I we were offered once, you know, do you want to go to brunch with George R. R. Martin? And I was like, no, because like I heard he wasn't a social guy. You know what I'm saying? He likes his privacy. So I was like, I don't want him to think I'm just there to meet him. I'm the kind of person who just wants to hang out. You know, I'm just hanging out. But like I don't want to I don't know. I just think y'all are weird if you're like it's like the people who with the Chapel Roan. It's that same feeling. Like those people were like, "Well, you signed up for this." Okay, but what about the people around me? What about my mom? What
But
about
no,
my
nobody signs
kids?
up for the crazy levels that people like this type shit. Like, you know what I mean?
Right.
Like, no one
No one
signs
is
up to
paid
be
enough to
harassed at
be
their house and
abused.
shit.
No one is paid enough to be abused. Well, maybe a CEO who runs like a healthcare that denies billions of claims, millions of claims, and
Well, they're
unalives
not being
people.
paid that much to be abused. They're being paid that much to take the blame for all the abuse the company does.
Mm,
So, I mean, they're doing their job when they get shot,
mm.
honestly. That is the ultimate, task the job has, to take the blame for all the hate when it's
Mm.
really like a whole board of people making the
Mm.
choices. So, I mean, you have to set up teams for that kind of thing, but
That could have been a meeting on Zoom. That could have been a meeting on
I bet they're gonna
Teams.
have a lot more meetings on Zoom nowadays.
Also, you know what's like crazy is like they're really tamping down on meeting time right now at my job. Like you don't need to be having all these meetings or like until the beginning of the year. And like it's so crazy that that dude was like on his way to a meeting, and I'm like, did the people at my job know that something was up?
They
Like,
say,
because
"Whoa,
I
whoa,
do work for an
we gotta
insurance
limit the
company.
meetings, guys.
Yeah, like
I
they,
heard tell it's gonna be rough at meetings.
right?
Yeah.
Like,
Some added risk involved traveling places."
it's just like crazy to think of that my job was like, we're done with meetings for the rest of the year, and then this happens. And he was going to a meeting. Like shit. We got one more slapper's choice here, and this one is called "My family loves my ex and keeps inviting her to family get-togethers." And trigger warning: manipulation, misogyny, and gaslighting. Oof. Oh no, it's a favoritism. My ex and I dated for 5 years. My family adored her, and it was assumed that we would be getting married soon. About a year ago, she broke up with me out of nowhere, saying that I was not enough of a man for her. Brutal, I know. After months of therapy, I started dating somebody new. Now, during my therapy months, my family had already invited her to certain events. My family asked if she could still come, and because I wanted her back, I said yes. As soon as I started to date someone new and my ex had attended her last invited event, I thought that was the end. Today, I found out that my family invited my ex to Thanksgiving and Christmas. I thought it was a joke, but no, they love having her around. I put a stern warning that if she was invited, I wouldn't be attending. I restated what my therapist told me, saying that this was unhealthy for me and violating my boundaries. My family does not care. They love her. She doesn't have much family and they want her included. My current girlfriend is obviously furious too. Every family member, including my mom and grandmother, are saying I need to treat it as if she were a friend and grow up. I don't know what to do. Any advice? I don't know what to say. What? That's crazy.
I didn't read this whole thing, so I'm like, what the hell?
Edit, thanks to all of you for the advice. I'm going to man up and tell my family that my girlfriend and I won't be attending. My family and her have already said it would be a cowardly thing to do to just hide from my ex, but I don't give a fuck.
Why are you still inviting her?
Right. These comments reassured me that this isn't okay, and I'm gonna take my girlfriend somewhere nice and spend Thanksgiving with her. I might even try to organize buying plane tickets and seeing her family for Christmas. I'll keep you guys updated if anything else comes of this. The OP is saying that his family did know that she's the one who dumped him and that they still think it's his fault that they broke up. Wow. And it turns out the reason why these people don't like him is because he'd rather pay somebody to do the hard work instead of doing it himself. What's so wrong with just paying somebody? Like, I will never understand that.
Toxic masculinity.
And then the OP was just saying that he's mostly upset because she was trying to make him into something that he wasn't. And it's disrespectful to his new girlfriend that they keep doing this. So, all right, it looks like there's an update. It says, "Hey everyone, I appreciate all the advice and kind words I got in my last post. However, I don't got a good update. Basically, I sent a mass text message to all my family exactly how I felt. That my ex should not be at Thanksgiving or Christmas, and it was incredibly disrespectful. I told them that they needed to choose between me and her, and how, under no circumstances, would I compromise this simple request. That they were choosing my ex girlfriend over their own son, and it was not okay. I also told my ex in a separate text that she was not welcome, and I did not care if my family invited her. My cousin messaged me on the side agreeing with me, which was nice. However, the rest of my family didn't see it that way. Family members responded how selfish I was. How what is she telling what is going on? Like, is it just like, is it a cultural thing? Is it just brutal misogyny? Like, what is it?
He must be like the black sheep or
Yeah, I guess
something.
so. I guess so. But my gosh. Because like imagine he goes no contact, right? And then they still hang out with this lady. And what if she's only hanging out because she knows it pisses him off, you know? And they stop hanging around, and then her family starts being like, we just don't want to hang out with a family of losers. You know what I'm saying? Like, y'all produced a loser, so why would my family want to be with y'all? Like, that's what always happens, is like they think they're holier than thou, and you agree that their offspring is holier than yours. What do you think's going to happen? It's always going to happen to you too. But anyway, we continue. How I knew she had nowhere to go for Thanksgiving, and that she's become part of the family.
But it's like, okay, she doesn't have family, so you're gonna lose your own family for her, I guess. Like that's what you all are saying. And I mean, at that point, it's like, okay, bye.
I'm telling you, these people are insane. It doesn't make any sense what this mentality is coming from, which I guess construction, macho man, whatever, I guess, but this is crazy. I tried to hold my ground by stating how not normal this was to invite someone's ex to Thanksgiving, but they just doubled down that she'd become too close to exclude her. And my dad specifically said I needed to stop being so immature, making ultimatums like a child. That message got a lot of iMessage likes in the group chat. Wow.
Brother.
My ex told me that I was a fucking baby about the whole thing, and that this was the exact reason that she broke up with me. That I couldn't handle even the possibility of confrontation, and I was gonna run away with my new girlfriend.
He's literally confronting his whole family,
Right.
by the
Oh,
way. Like,
right.
this is the gaslighting.
I explained how not normal this dynamic was, and I told her to go back to her family. See, is it a family or not? And stop
Mm.
trying to steal mine. And she just sent back, it's not her fault that my family loves her, and stopped answering. Why'd you keep texting? I kept battling with my family over the weekend, but no one was budging. My mom called explaining how my ex was like a daughter to her, and my actions were breaking her heart. And I
Holy
asked
shit.
her if she had any sympathy for me, considering my ex broke up with me, saying I wasn't man enough for her. And my mom just said how my actions were proving her right, and that kind of broke me. Oh my gosh. And these fights were clearly going nowhere, so I put my money where my mouth is. I decided to book a short trip with my girlfriend and take her to a really nice restaurant, and I let her know. And initially, she said it would be like a nice getaway. However, yesterday she asked me to come over and talk. She said this whole situation with my family was making her extremely uncomfortable, that she felt like she was in the middle of this battle between me, my family, and my ex. And she said that I was really sweet, but she really couldn't be in a relationship with someone with this much family drama.
Damn.
I begged and pleaded, but she said she put a lot of thought into this and asked me to respect her decision. I'm fucking pathetic. I can't even set boundaries with my own family, and I'm gonna take the trip by myself and think some things over. I'm not looking for any additional advice, somewhere to spend Thanksgiving, or even words of encouragement. I just want to be left alone. Thanks for the advice, but clearly I need to work on myself. I think two things are clear. My family doesn't like me, and I can be easily pushed around.
Damn, man.
Man, people are trying to be supportive. They're like, hey, don't be hard on yourself. You know, sticking to your boundaries is hard. Take some time to find yourself. And then they were asking, like, do you think the family's going to try and force you to change further so that you'll be good enough for her? It sounds like they're also going to, like, lampoon any relationship that you have. And I'm like, oof. I would just go complete no contact. You,
Right.
like, ruined my ex, like, loves you, and y'all are hanging on to this past. You fucked up my future. You will continue to fuck up my future. So what's the point of me even staying around? I would go completely no contact. I would just start building family. I would just get out there and start doing things that I wanted to
Right.
do.
Live your life.
You know, like, I know he said he didn't want any advice, but still, like, for anybody who might be in this kind of similar situation, This is what I'm telling you is like just start doing things that you fucking want to. Because that the things that people told you not to do because you would look stupid, get out there and look fucking stupid then. Maybe you'll like it.
Go live your goddamn
Go
life.
find your family.
Yeah, go find good found family is always way better.
Yes, like I started with my karaoke family and then we built an online community. Like
And
build your
like
families.
down the line, his family's gonna come back. They're gonna find him, and they're gonna be like, "Come back,"
I'm
because
telling you.
she's gonna be gone.
I'm telling you.
Like,
It's given that vibe.
right? She's gonna go and move on once he's gone, no contact. I feel like you were so right about her doing it just because she knows it gets to him. Because why would you hang out with your ex's family like that after you chose to break up? That's crazy.
People in the comment section were saying like telling their own stories, and people were saying like my family did this to me once and it was absolutely a power play. He was like, look, my your family loves me more than you basically, and I can get your family to what I want them to. And so like oof, like just nasty all the way around. I just can't even put energy into things that upset me. You know what I mean? Like, can you imagine? I can't even imagine.
Like purposely sticking around with your ex's family just to
Wreak havoc.
make them feel like shit. Okay, what the fuck though? People are crazy.
They are crazy, and it's like just getting crazier every day. I'm not sure what's happening, but I just want everybody to be as safe as they can. Like, please, if you can, try and find some resources, try and find some help so that you don't fall back into your old ways. You know what I mean? If you have to go on, sign up for FMLA. Like, I thought about signing up in August and it took me till December. Like, maybe just me putting that little seed of a thought in your head, maybe that'll get you to where you want to. And I know I'm speaking from a place of privilege, but you can look up different resources, your area, and trying to find like mental health or some sort of some anything. You can just plug it in, literally the thing that you need in your area. And I just know that you can find what you're looking for. Do not fall back. Don't go back to your old ways. That's what I'm doing. That's and I just want y'all to do it too. Even if you're not ready, even if you're just not in a place where you can even have that moment of searching, just know maybe this little thought can get an earworm. Maybe your thoughts will change about it because you're not alone. And I'm sad too, but I don't want to be sad forever. It's going to be okay. We're going to be okay. We will endure. You look so high. We had such a good time though yesterday. Oh my gosh. It like there was a moment though yesterday when we were hanging out at the dispensary. Slappa was keeping the kids entertained. Somebody there was like an accident right outside the building, and I was like, this is not the kind of traffic we want around here, you know what I mean? But no, it was like it was like sad because the person seemed like they were really hurt and they kept denying any help to them. I hope they're okay. And then there's already somebody who got banned from the location because he was stealing off the display. Like, they got him in 4K. Like, I seen it. Like,
That was crazy. We were like leaving, and this guy comes in, and someone's like, "Hi," and then like one of the guys who works there was like, "Hey, nah,
yeah, he was
you're
like,
not allowed
nah.
in here." He was like, "What? Me? Why?" And he's like, "You for stealing. We have you on camera stealing." He was like, "Oh, okay," and then he just left.
It was crazy. And apparently he keeps coming by in different vehicles and they're like worried. I'm worried too. Shit. And like, oh my gosh, like when we went to the grand opening of the cannabis shop here in Arlington, Texas, and that they like just
Oh
ran
yeah, and
up
then
in
later someone
there.
just drove through their
Yeah.
front
Yeah.
and stole like a couple vapes. It was weird.
Yeah, they only stole a couple vapes, but like, man, it was like insane. It was insane. But my goodness, be safe out there. And like, we're always vibing and delighting here. But if the vibes, but I just want to reiterate one more once that your vibes and your delights don't have to be an abuse of something. You can delight in a piece of cake. You can just, the vibe can just be you in your favorite onesie with a glass of water or
Listening to
some
your favorite podcast.
listening to your favorite podcast, like with putting on Godzilla. That could be your vibe right now. And you delight in some snacks. You know what I'm saying? Maybe a pancake, maybe a smoke and a pancake. You know what I'm saying? Like maybe that your vibes and your delights can be whatever you want. Okay, like me and Slap do like vibing and delighting in all sorts of things. But please just know that whatever you want to delight in, as long as you're being safe about it, that's all we care about. We're not telling you to go back to your old ways while telling you not to go back to your old ways. But anyway, all right, guys, I'm rambling, but I just care about y'all so much, and I've spent the last couple weeks just worrying, and I feel a little hopeful. So I just want to share a little bit of that hope. We got this. I love you guys.
Love y'all.
See y'all.
Bye.
Bye.
Yeah.